and welcome back to my channel. So I've done it again. I've brought more books, I've spent more money, which I shouldn't really have spent. So these books are going to keep me going for quite a long time, I think. So grab yourself a cup of tea, I've got mine over there, and let's get into it. So the first book I picked up this month is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I got this one from a cancer research charity shop and it cost me £1. I'm already over halfway through it and I really like it. I didn't think I'd get so into it or enjoy it very much because it's about angels and like fallen angels and things, which I have never really been interested in. As you can probably tell from my Amazon book haul, I like different kinds of books, but this one is actually really good. And to go with that, I bought the second book, which was Crescendo, which was also £1. So as soon as I finish this, I'm going to move straight onto this. If these go in my TBR video, which they most likely will, I will go into more detail about them then, rather than making this one such a long video. So the next book that I've picked up this month is Evermore by Alison Noel, and this is the first book in the Immortals series. This book was 99p. I believe this was from Blue Cross. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember. This was recommended to me by my friend Becky. I will leave her Goodreads link below so you can go and check her out. She's a complete book nerd. She's the only reason that I actually read books. She's the reason that I even got into books in the first place, so go and check her out. Yeah, this book looks really easy to read. I like books with bigger writing because they're much easier to read. Probably for kids, but hey ho. And this book just sounds interesting because this girl, Eva, she's called Eva, can see people's auras, and again, not something that would have interested me, but Becky kind of forced me to buy it, so I brought it. So the next book I have picked up is Kissed by an Angel by Elizabeth Chandler. This again is a Rebecca Rose recommendation. This book cost me £2.50, so a bit pricier, but I mean, compared to other books, it's ridiculous. I got this from an air ambulance charity bookshop. I am really excited to read this because Becky said that she cried at it, and I love a good book where it properly tugs at your heartstrings and is really emotional. So I'm really looking forward to read this one. It's basically about a lady or a girl called Ivy, and her boyfriend Tristan dies, and he becomes an angel and he kind of watches over her, and yeah. So it looks really good, and it also looks really sad. And although it's a thick book, again, the font is very, I don't know if you can see, but it's very big. So it's actually probably half the size of this in normal writing. So really looking forward to reading this one. The next book I picked up this month is Divergent, which is the first book in the Divergent trilogy, although they have released a 4-book now, by Veronica Roth. I have seen the film first. I watched the film first, and now I've decided I want to read the book, only because I want to see how it differs and because I love the film so much, like crazy much. And I've also recently watched Insurgent as well, so I'm going to read this one first before I buy Insurgent or Allegiant, just because if I don't like her writing style or I prefer the films, then obviously there's no point in buying all the books. But I'm really excited to read this and to see how it differs from the film. The next book I have picked up this month is How I Live Now by Meg Rossoff. Now this was £2 this was also Air Ambulance charity shop. I have seen this online and I've been so tempted to pick it up because everyone was raving about it, and the cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it's won awards, and it's supposedly a really good book. And online it's about £6.99, £7, which is the average price for a book. So when I saw it in a charity shop for £2, I was like, I can't not get it. Like, if I get home and I haven't picked this up, I will be raging with myself. So obviously I picked it up. It looks really interesting. Again, I haven't really read too much into the book. It's not in the greatest condition, but it's from a charity shop and it's readable and there's no pages missing, so what else can you ask for? So the next books that I picked up this month were the Scorch Trials and the Maze Runner. These are the first 2 books in the Maze Runner series. These were £1.25 each. I have seen the Maze Runner film, but I haven't yet seen the Scorch Trials. But I have heard that the books are better than the film, and again, just like Divergent, I want to see whether that's true, whether that is true. And for £1.25 I thought, why not just get both? Yeah, I really liked the film. I really enjoyed the film, but I'm not going to watch the Scorch Trials until I've read the book, just so I can see them in different ways. So this one I've watched the film and then I'm reading the book, and this one I'm going to read the book and then watch the film, just so I can get a bit of an insight into both. And I got these two from a Blue Cross charity shop. The next book that I have picked up this month is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This is a Mortal Instruments book. Again, this was recommended to me by Becky, as she has all of the books, and I think it sounds really good. Because it sounds quite modern. I don't know whether it is modern, because I haven't actually like read any of it or looked into it, but it says that this Clary is seeing vampires in Brooklyn and werewolves in Manhattan, and they see the dark side of New York. I don't know, it sounds kind of modern. I don't know whether it is, I haven't read into it, I haven't read anything about it. Yeah, and again, I only bought book one because I thought if I don't like the writing style, if I don't like the type of book it is, then there's no point in me buying all of them. But I can guarantee I'm going to like it because it sounds so intriguing and so interesting, and it's a rather nice looking body on the front. So yeah. The next book I have got, and this is the last single book, you'll know what I mean when I say that in a minute, and I got this from Cancer Research UK, it cost me £1, and it's called Matched. This book is probably at the very top of my October TBR list. I will explain that in another video, and I will link the video below if you haven't yet seen it. It won't be up yet, but it'll be up soon. This is very close to the top because this sounds really good. It's called Matched. It's by Ali Condal, and basically it follows the story of Cassia, who on her 17th birthday gets matched with who everyone else thinks is her perfect partner for life, except he's not. And people called officials, which is where like Cassie lives, and people called officials decide who other people fall in love with or love. They decide how many children they have, they decide where they work, and then they decide when they die as well, so it's quite intense. And basically Cassia decides, nah, I ain't wanting this one, and she falls in love with someone else, and twisted romance, as we all know, I love, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. And I quite like this because it's a bigger book than normal, and again it's got the big font, which I find really easy to read. So the next books that I have brought this month are 4 of the Game of Thrones set. These were 89p each, and I got 4 books for about £3 something. And when they retail at £9 a book, I thought I did pretty good. I have been watching Game of Thrones, but I haven't got into it as much as I'd anticipated, because a lot of people were like, oh my god, you have to watch Game of Thrones, like it's so good, it's so good. And I watched it and I just kind of thought, well, it's good, but I don't know, I didn't get addicted and I didn't have to watch it all the time. So I thought I'll pick up the book, seeing as they're 89p each. I'd love to say I'd read a series of books such as Game of Thrones. I think that's such an achievement. And so I'm going to start. I mean, this one is the second book. Yeah, this is book 2, so I have to try and find book 1. And can someone explain to me in the comments, because I got very confused when buying these, because these two are both A Storm of Swords. This is Steel and Snow and this is Blood and Gold. But I don't understand which order. I mean, I'm assuming I read this one first and then this one after this one and before this one. But can someone just tell me which order to read them in, because they all look the same, I don't know. I'm really excited to read these because I've said before, I much prefer reading to watching things, and if I haven't got into something, just like with the previous books, if I haven't got into a film or a TV show, I'd much rather read the book and see if I can get into it that way. So 4 books for £3 something, I think was a really good deal, and I got these from Oxfam. And the final series of books I brought this month were the Vampire Academy novels. I did manage to get my hand on all 6 of them. I brought The Last Sacrifice first from a different charity shop. I believe this is from Cancer Research. And I thought, if I buy this book, I am then going to want to read all the others, because I've got the last book, and it's like I can't read the last book without reading all the others. So this was my incentive to buy all the others. And then I went into Cancer Research, and would you know, the first 5 were there. So obviously it came to £5, which was amazing, seeing as they retail at £7 each. I'm really looking forward to reading these because I've heard so many good things about it. These are going to be on my October TBR, but I doubt that I'm going to be able to read all 6 of these. I can't even hold them, so that's good. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to reading these. Okay, so that is all the books that I have brought through the month of September. That's it. Oh no, I just brought one more. I just brought The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. I've just ordered that, so... But that will be in my October haul, because I'm positive there will be an October book haul as well. If you've got any questions, please leave them linked below, and you should definitely go and check out charity shops for books, because you can pick up some amazing books in there. Half of those look like brand new books that haven't even been read yet, so I'm really looking forward to reading it, and I will let you know what I think. Thanks for watching, bye!